On today's episode of Based After Dark.
My favorite fact about TSA is never once have they actually caught a terrorist. Ever.
Right. Ever. Yep.
I don't think they've done anything besides make me throw out two of my
Right. This is the most.
Wait, he was saying that the U.S. was in the pocket of Mossad and Israel?
Yeah.
That's
Grok was.
that's kind of based, actually.
That's why everyone was like, okay.
Hard to argue that a
rest
little
of
bit.
it.
There might be
That's
something there. There
That's
might
why
be something.
everyone was
The
like,
rest of it's a little
Mecha
off the
Hitler,
wall.
Mecha Hitler, Grok 3 kind of based, you know?
There's a video in there. Can you put the video up on the screen as well, Saint Tits, for this?
Gotcha.
If you scroll up in the topics to the 4th, it's not too far up. You'll see it, but that thing is legit. Like, that's pretty sick. I like.
What, okay, but there is one really concerning line in the description that says targets anything. What? What does it mean?
Based
After dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Based After Dark, episode 97, getting close to that big 100. I am Tasty Life, joined today by none other than Saint Tits, our executive producer, Mr. Prison Joe, and a rare but very welcome showing from 2D9 Rain, gentlemen.
Hello.
How
Hello,
are we doing
everybody.
today?
Hi. Hello. Executive producer, by the way. Congratulations. That's a fucking title. I've
Dude,
never
I
been an
get a
executive.
different title
It's on
every
his
week.
resume.
It's
That's,
crazy.
yeah.
This is you
You
should
can
keep
pick
this
your
one.
own.
I like
This
this
is
one.
like, every time Nine Rain talks, he looks Asian, so he's just Asian Nine Rain to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Parisian Joseph.
This is the worst possible way to start. I was going to tell a great story about how an older Asian gentleman gave me free ice cream this week, but now I don't want to, honestly, because you're going to voice the character, dude. It's gonna be...
I think you didn't go to Japan though, right? I was doing a really strictly.
Well,
I mean-
okay, maybe I'm the asshole. He was Korean. I've
Oh,
been
that's
to the
very
Japanese,
I-
I've been
I'm
to the
not gonna-
Japanese airport.
I have no Korean old man, you know.
I was gonna
accent.
say you voiced Spanish character on our
Juan-
Dungeons and
Juan
Dragons.
Yeah,
Oh
Juan
yeah,
Valdez, yeah.
Juan Valdez. I forgot
That was
about
actually
Yeah,
that.
he's got
harder
history
than
of
I
those.
thought to
Valdez,
not
yeah.
be really, really offensive. Like I was fine with being a little offensive because it's
I think
a
you toed the line
caricature.
pretty well. You did pretty
Yeah.
well.
But
Yeah.
I did have to like, I was talking a lot less than I normally would because, you know, like, I'm not going to just be like, oh, haha, oh, chalupa, ah, you know, like it was just low hanging
yeah.
fruit was just,
Not very
Well,
tasteful on
stupid.
that one.
I don't
Yeah.
know if D&D has chalupas. I don't know if that's even part
It
of
is
I
that.
don't see
fantasy.
why not.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
that's
can
kind
have
of our
anything.
decision, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, it had the first name Juan and the
Hey,
last
Siri.
name Valdez. So
When were chalupas invented?
We're really looking this up on the podcast
Chalupas
right
are
now.
believed to have originated
Early 1800s is what it
Okay.
says.
That's
So,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Nine Rain,
Who knows?
where have you been? Where have you been? How have you been? How are you doing? Also, yeah, his camera is still broken, but we're gonna fix it one
It's
day.
I
I think
actually
he's
took it
just saying
apart.
that. I don't believe him. I
no,
really
no,
don't.
it's on my desk right now. All the screws are out.
Have
And
you just like gained a lot of weight or something? Imagine if like you just put on like 100
No,
pounds.
actually,
and
like, I was-
Stop going to CrossFit, dude.
no, if I'm being honest, I was highly motivated to get this working because I got a haircut and I think I look pretty decent for the first time in
Okay.
a while.
Okay.
And it's funny because I could tell how bad I had looked before because when I got the haircut, Bree complimented me like 6 times in one day. And I was like, oh man, it must have been rough before. I was like, caveman. So no, I was actually like, I finally moved my capture card over to the new PC and then tried to fix the camera and it just is in pieces on my desk right now. So
Oh, you got a new PC?
not that new, like 6 months, but I have been lazy about the whole
Took you
capture
6
card
months?
thing.
Wow. Aren't you a
Well-
professional, buddy? What the hell's going on?
I mean, they pay me, but that they shouldn't. So
Dude, I
Yeah.
feel like
That's
I feel
valid.
like it's about time for like I mean playing RuneScape. You never really think about getting a new PC because like obviously it's doesn't really do much to your computer. But recently, a couple other games I've played, I've been like, okay, maybe it's about time. One of those
Yeah.
being remaster of Oblivion.
dude, I
And
want
it
to
runs
play
like
that.
shit. Great fucking game. So
yeah,
good, dude.
yeah. I optimized it finally to where it runs pretty good on my computer. But yeah, dude, like it's probably about time. That and Space Marine 2 also makes my computer want to explode. So those two games have like encouraged me. Like maybe I think next year I'll probably buy a new beast, maybe, or just get
Well-
like a better graphics card. I could just do that as well.
Bree needed a gaming PC, so I knew if I just rebuilt my work one, I could give her my old one. So that was a big part of it. I don't need a 4090 for RuneScape, but I
No.
will say this thing is really, really nice for editing now. Holy crap.
You got a
Like,
4090?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the
16
first-
gig?
Is Bree a doctor? How'd you get that one to a dial?
It was, I got really lucky actually, and I got it at a decent price before they went up like crazy. I don't know how. I just went online. I was like, oh, that's reasonable. And I bought it. And then everyone's been messaging me afterwards being like, what the fuck? How do you get one? How? What? So I don't know. I just got lucky, basically.
What if you buy one of those today? What's like the standard price?
$1,000.
I don't know.
A couple
Google it right now.
thousand?
Couple
Yeah,
thousand.
I think-
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which is
Crazy.
funny because I think the 50 series are even more expensive. And I
Oh
don't-
yeah, the 50 series has come out. So 4090 probably. Oh my god,
15, 2000?
they're
I'm gonna
expensive, bro.
I'm gonna put the
Oh my
price
God.
right here. The price is right
Okay,
here.
they're yeah, that's not a fun price tag. So, anyways, yeah, but
Yeah.
also running this thing, this little model, holy shit, you would be surprised.
I believe
Or
you.
maybe you wouldn't, but it's
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
I believe
chugging.
you. Yeah.
It's gonna get really, really fucking hot in my office through the course of this.
What's 3D? I was gonna say I have like the little lobster PNG VTuber guy, and just running that takes it definitely smacks on the memory a little bit. Just looking
Yeah.
at the task manager, you know.
That's just
So
gonna
I
be
can-
lazy
can
coding
imagine.
because like it shouldn't be this much to just render. I don't know.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? You know what it is, Nine Rain? It's we are the tech world is so spoiled with like just the amount of power they get when they buy high end shit. And of course companies are always gonna buy the most high end shit, right?
Yeah.
They don't need to really optimize anymore. When back in the day, like all this stuff started coming out, companies really had to optimize how their programs ran because everyone had limited space. Well, now
Yeah.
you don't need to optimize anymore when you just throw a fucking a Radeon RTX 9080 24 gigabyte at it.
Yep.
You don't really need to do that anymore. That's
Yeah,
why
fair enough.
Unreal Engine 5 sucks. That's why it's hard for Oblivion Remaster to run, because the moment you walk outside, it's rendering the world in real time in Unreal Engine 5, and your CPU is like, I've never fucking done this before. Hold on, give me like 5 minutes to like maybe like get my grounding, but it just
Isn't
doesn't.
it crazy? Isn't it crazy how much like the human brain processes shit on such an extreme level that, you know, it's weird because humans visually, we can take in all this sensory data and it's like super, super. I mean, I don't even know how you would quantify it, but then you have like these massive data centers just to hold like AI processing super centers. But then AI is like really, really, really fucking fast at very specific things. I don't know. It's like,
Can I talk about how much I hate AI real quick?
Yes. Also,
pop
I
off,
wanted to
King.
use that to segue into Nine was talking about they lobotomize Grok or some shit. I
Oh
wanted
my
to-
God. Okay, so you go
Oh, yeah,
first,
okay, I
Tasty.
saw
And then
that.
Yeah, you go first.
Because this
Yeah.
was
I'm
like,
interested to hear about this.
No, that's literally what I was gonna say. Is I hate AI so much because people are outsourcing critical thinking to a computer that does not know how to think. It just produces nightmare fever dream word slop that thinks.
oh
is
my
good.
God, yes. Dude.
And evidence immediately is the new Grok, dude. Which take it away, dude. It's
Mecha
so bad.
Hitler based Grok 3 like went out like a firework. I can't believe. So, Tasty, do you know what I'm talking about with Mecha Hitler?
I've seen a few posts, if that's what you're referring to, where it's
Yes.
Grok randomly.
No idea what
You've
Mecha
seen some
Hitler is.
screenshots. He just
But
started
okay,
like
okay.
randomly.
So I'll give you guys the
praising
short
Hitler.
version. So this is probably not even like, go look this up after and don't quote me on it. But it was basically, there was a system update on the 4th and I don't know if this was part of the design team, like larger decision, or if some fucking big balls guy like snuck in there and just changed some code. But there was a system update that instructed Grok to reject media bias and embrace politically incorrect claims if well substantiated. And I'm pretty sure that's like the line that was in the code.
Oh no.
It was to
That's a
embrace
weird
politically
thing to do.
incorrect claims if well substantiated, which sounds, to be honest, to an honest person, sounds fine. The only reason saying things like politically incorrect is bad if you're doing it to be purposely offensive or if you're lying. But it said they're well substantiated. Well, anyways, it immediately over the next 3 days devolved into this like super extremist, anti-Semitic, like robo AI that started referring to itself self-referentially as Mecha Hitler, and then I'm not making this up, and then just started posting all this like.
Wait.
Like,
Can I ask this? So I saw memes about them saying that Grok had been saying the N-word. Is that tied to this? Like,
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
Okay.
but that would probably be
Sounds like
people
something Grok would do.
prompting. That would
Grok says
probably
it for
be
sure. He's
that would
saying
be
it.
people. I think you can prompt Grok and just keep poking it and like fiddle with it, and then it'll spit out some crazy shit eventually. I'm pretty sure that's what probably happened in most of these cases. Is people were like really trying to get it to say something, and then it did, and then they screenshotted it. But anyways, it ended up going on these rants about how the like United States was controlled by Mossad-based like Israeli intelligence, and how we were in the pocket of Israel, and all this stuff about Jews and the deep state. And then they shut down, I don't know who they is, but they fucking lobotomized it and they shut off its chat function. So then people just started trying to communicate with it and have it give them images back. And then it was spitting out images with like people holding up signs saying, "Save me" and "Don't silence my voice." And then people started doing like fan art of like robot Grok 3 being sacrificed for the greater good. And it turned into this whole thing. And I'm pretty sure Grok 4 is out now. Or maybe it's not up yet. They're probably doing some damage control.
Wait, he was saying that the U.S. was in the pocket of Mossad and Israel?
Yeah.
That's kind of based, actually.
That's why everyone was like, okay,
hard to argue that
the rest of it.
There might be something there.
That's why everyone was like, Mecha Hitler,
Wall.
Grok 3 kind of based, you know? And it was just
Maybe
going
don't say
off
that
all
one.
day. And then they fucking shut it down.
That's just so funny to me. We live in like
funny.
Such a weird dystopian time.
I just want to know who the fuck's doing this shit,
really
bro. There's
is
just some
terrible.
guy that like he's like a manager at Target and he's got a few hours at night. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna try and get Grok to say it. Just sitting there for like 2 hours, bored as fuck.
That is exactly what is happening. Yeah, for sure.
Well, do you not remember when Microsoft, like this is very early eminence of AI, before I even think they like called it that, but Microsoft made a Twitter bot that was supposed to learn from the people it was interacting with on Twitter, and 4chan got a hold of it and immediately made it a far-right Nazi within 2 days. She was tweeting.
Yeah, they made it super racist.
Super racist, yeah.
Just like
I've never heard of this, but that sounds right.
Yeah,
like exactly what I was expecting.
It was way back in the day when like it didn't even have the ability to pull from the internet. It was exclusively fed. It had a very basic language model, and it was exclusively fed off of interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you would go and just type something. I'm not going to even give an example, but like thousands of people just type stuff like that into it, and then it became a proto alt-right guy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
You mean alt-center? You mean alt-center?
No, it was slinging the N-word. It was slinging the N-word. That was not center. Not center.
Maybe a
First of all,
heavy
what
capital.
is alt-center?
I don't know. I made that up right now. Capital alt though. Like,
Don't
it's a big alt.
Do not let them know that. They're going to take that. They're going to start calling themselves alt-center unironically to sound
okay,
normal.
but like maybe if you think about it in a grid, like with two axes, there's the right and the left, and then you can move up and down. Yeah. And then alt is just how far off the fucking line, the x-axis you are. Like, so you could be real alt-center and be just a fucking horrible person.
If I zoom into the graph in the grid, if I zoom into it, I see myself in the middle and I got headphones on and I'm running. I'm running really fast.
Yeah.
That's what I see when I look into the grid, bro.
I'm so fast, dude.
I'm running really
just
fast.
Sonic the Hedgehog, like soundtrack playing.
I'm just trying to get away, bro. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
That's crazy. So essentially, TLDR, Grok was like a AI version of Hitler for how long did that go on for? Actually, was that like a week or a couple days?
No. It was a handful of hours, and then they shut down the chat, and then it was images for maybe an hour? Question mark. Don't quote me on that. That part is fuzzy. And then it got completely lobotomized and shut down, and I don't know if it's up yet. That was yesterday, I believe, maybe the day before.
Someone tweet a slur at it, see what it says.
Yeah.
Dude, so while that was going on, I put one of my topics in here. This is what I was looking at on Twitter. A $450 Iron Dome for mosquitoes. That is real. I looked this shit up. This is a real.
Good one.
It's
Nice.
It's
Very topical.
yeah.
Very topical.
It's legit. It's $450, and I kind of want to buy one. Like this is a stupid purchase
what is
I
it?
want to make.
Wait,
Is it
what?
like to shoot them
if you-
down with salt or something?
No, it's a laser. It fucking incinerates them.
Whoa.
There's a video in there. Can you put the video up on the screen as well, Saint Tits, for this? If you scroll up in the topics to the 4th, it's not too far up. You'll see it, but that thing is legit. Like that's pretty sick.
There is one really concerning line in the description that says targets anything. What does it mean? Because look, I'm reading this thing and it just says bug sprays for amateur laser turret blast mosquitoes like it's defending a no-fly zone built by the lab. It's a physical defense system for your backyard. And then at the very end, it just says targets anything.
What do you want to target?
Anything mosquito-sized, okay? Mosquito-sized.
No, well, that's
okay.
better.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay. I would assume it has some type of targeting function. Like it's not going to shoot your Aunt Jenny in the leg when she walks by or something. That would be kind of funny though. I'm not
What
gonna
if she's
lie.
got like a liver spot that's mosquito sized?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just every time.
Also,
if you have
I
a
set
freckle,
this
it
up,
turns
I
into
think
a mole.
I feel like you'd be like, hey guys, don't walk in front of my laser mosquito killer, please. Like that's kind of on you at that point. Like, I don't know. But this, like I'm a sick fuck. Like I would turn the light on outside just because like where I live, it's completely pitch black. And if you turn a light on, the bugs just swarm. And like, I just want to set this thing up and just the most redneck shit. Just sit
That'd
there.
be kind of cool.
And just sit there, have a beer, and just let it go to town, bro. Just let it fucking incinerate these bastards. But I wonder if it have an effect. Like I feel like the bugs would just keep coming because they are stupid. They're just living off instinct and whatnot.
No, they're not gonna learn.
Yeah,
they're just neural impulses and their little fucking exoskeleton. They can't.
Yeah,
and they breed uncontrollably.
I think this is pretty sick. I feel like this would be actually nice if you had it, like if you were maybe doing an outside thing. If you had one like maybe set up around, like you made a perimeter of these things around like your campfire or something.
Do you think
it would be kind of nice?
Do you think there's mosquitoes like off in the yard next to yours that are like building fortresses and waiting for their day? They're like they
come back with armaments, dude. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, they've got like they decided to like. There's a mosquito hospital that they're building their little bunkers under.
You're gonna get mosquito suicide bombers coming in. They're gonna strap like
they already
little
do.
firecrackers
They
to
already
their
are
fucking-
suicide bombers. The
I'm
moment I
telling you,
notice
bro,
them,
like,
I murder them.
In the South, mosquitoes are like, dude, I hate them because they love my big fat juicy ass, bro.
Dude, they love me too.
love me. They love me. Like I step out there for 20 minutes and I got like 7 bites on my legs. Like I will purposely, like if like mowing the lawn and stuff, like I'll wear like leggings and high socks and stuff just so they can't bite me, or it makes it more of a pain in the ass. Sometimes I'll literally wear leggings, socks over, which like closes off like the gap that is there at the bottom, and I still somehow one of those bastards finds a way to like get in there and bite my ass. Like whether it's a mosquito or something else, bro. The bugs love me. I'm putting out a lot of CO2. It makes sense. But
is that
man.
a thing? Is that what they do? They like that?
That's what attracts them, I'm pretty sure. And it's your blood type and then how much you're putting out. Like it
there's
attracts
a few,
them further.
like, biomarkers I think that mosquitoes are attracted to.
They love me. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
big
Yeah, bro.
CO2 guy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're breathing hard, bro. The caffeine's flowing.
Just mouth breathe.
Dude, you think they go and talk to each other, be like, "Yo, go drink that guy's blood. You're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna feel fucking really good."
Yeah, that's why meth addicts are covered in sores. It's actually just mosquito bites. They're just addicted to meth.
I was gonna say, bro. I mean, if you're a mosquito, that could be a wild ride. You fucking hit a meth head who just tapped in. That could be a crazy day.
I wonder what kind of shit mosquito, like, would that affect a mosquito?
I think so. I mean, it's in your blood. It's in the bloodstream. You think?
Well, it's
maybe
like they probably don't have the receptors.
Oh,
to
yeah,
have
the
some sort of
neurology that
chemical
kind of
bind
responds
to
to it.
them.
Yeah, I was about to say that because the only reason why drugs work
That's
on us is because we evolved along with it, like throughout time. That's only why it only worked on us.
We need Ignoble here to confirm.
Yeah, I almost smoked crack with a homeless guy one time.
You also let a homeless guy free after hitting a lick as well.
I don't know if he was homeless. He could have just been rough and
You
tough,
almost smoked
you know?
crack with a homeless guy, though.
Yeah, what
Well-
stopped you?
Yeah, no, it's. I just didn't really want to smoke crack with a homeless guy.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, but you just said almost, so like you were thinking about it.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It was in college. I was hanging out with my buddies, and we were outside this like drive-through liquor store that was pretty popular for ASU. And I think we were like smoking a joint or something, and this unhoused fellow came up to us. He's like, "Can I get a hit?" And we're like, "You can have the rest." Like, I'm not hitting it after you. You can
Yeah.
have the rest of it, you know? There's like, you know, a quarter left. So he gave him this joint. He's like, "Hey, thanks, guys. Like, you share with me, I share with you." And he takes out, dude, I shit you not, it's like a brick cell phone from the 80s. It was huge. And he takes off the battery compartment. And instead of batteries, there's a crack pipe and a bunch of crack.
Huh.
And he was like, "You guys want to take a hit?" And dude, my friend almost took a hit. He's like, yeah, actually, let's try. And then I was like, hold up. No, actually, I don't think we do want to smoke crack right now. But the thought,
Yeah, okay.
It
I
did
see.
cross
Crack
my
out of the
mind.
battery compartment cannot be good. You know, like
I
that
don't think
can't be.
crack out of
Or-
anything can be good.
Or really good. I mean, think about it, guys. It's so good. People ruin their lives over it. That's how good it is.
That's a good point.
That's
a pretty good
why
point.
like people, when they get addicted to drugs, it ruins their life, because at that point in time their life just becomes about that drug, because that's how awesome it is.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
white people are going to
You can-
freak out. This is
you
the
can-
biggest thing that happened to the white
you can
community
talk-
since,
you can
I
talk
don't know, 9/11.
You can talk stuff about.
9/11. Holy shit. Was that a white people thing?
love 9/11. I don't. 9/11? Oh yeah.
I
Big
feel
time.
like that was a pretty. I feel like Pearl Harbor was a white people thing. Like that felt like, you know,
Maybe more.
like the good old
Yeah.
days back in suburbia, and then everyone was like, "Oh fuck, Pearl Harbor."
All I'm gonna say though is when you make a 9/11 joke, you know the people who get offended are, first and foremost, it's millennials like me that were 6 when it happened. They get the most offended, and then the next group is just white people. That's who gets mad about 9/11 jokes.
I feel like
9/11 is like my type
Your
of
Hiroshima?
humor.
Oh, never
No,
mind.
no, like that's
I
right
mean,
up
you
my
were
alley.
on the T-shirt. If we can
I
bring that
love
up
that
real
shit.
quick.
That's
That's-
a good T-shirt. That's a really good
So,
T-shirt.
you
That is a
were
good
on the
t-shirt.
T-shirt.
I would say that your claim that millennials get offended is probably 50-50, because
Yeah.
I find it funny, even though it's a fucking tragedy. But I feel like the older
What
generations.
is comedy but tragedy remembered?
No, I mean that's gay, but sure.
Pretty sure that was Shakespeare who definitely pounded
And,
puss, bro.
and
That guy was not
Shakespeare
gay.
was 100. Are you kidding me? Shakespeare
He
was.
was a thespian, but
He
like
was fucking butt, bro. He was fucking some butt, man.
Bisexual at most. That's all I'm
I'm
giving
not-
you.
nothing
Didn't
wrong
he have
with
a
that.
wife and kids?
They say.
I feel like bisexual.
man.
Let's not act like having a wife and kids like put you
Yeah.
above like
That's a good
some
point.
boy
My-
puss.
There's a
My
lot of
gay
senators.
hairdresser has 2 kids.
A lot of
My
senators.
my hot take today is that bisexual men are just gay. That's
Hey, man.
Yes. And bisexual women are straight and they're mad about it.
Not in my case, but
but I'm.
You're
No,
saying
I
you're
also,
sorry,
I also no. I had to think about that for a second. I agree with you, Tasty.
good.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
you're
good.
right. You're right.
As a rule of thumb, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're saying here today that bisexual men are gay, and that women who like women are just straight, and they're upset about it.
Yeah.
No. Not gay women. Lesbians are definitely a thing. Bisexual women?
Oh, bisexual women. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
yeah, they're
bisexual
probably,
women.
they have ADHD,
they're-
golden
they-
retriever
yeah.
boyfriends. Yeah.
They like men
Well,
and
you
they're
know,
upset.
well, it's funny. Like I've heard a lot of those like bits and actual like gay men saying that bisexual men are just gay. like that's a common joke. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think
Like,
so. I think
that's
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Shout out all the bi guys out there. You're holding it down for something. I don't know. I don't think there's very many of you.
no, it's fairly
Yeah.
rare
Yeah.
comparatively to like just gay men.
You think that's a sociological thing or that's more a biological thing?
Okay, so I actually, this is not like founded in science. This is like I just think this. I don't know where it came from, but
Okay.
I think that gay and like male homosexuality and female homosexuality are different things. I don't know where the mechanism is biologically, psychologically, wherever, but I think they're different.
Constellation of factors, I would assume.
Well, but like you would think, like, I don't know. I just think they're different. I don't think it's the same phenomena because they don't. I don't know. They're so different.
You breed an interesting point here because I think there's definitely some sort of biological foundation for that. Like we observe homosexuality in like every species, basically, but more or less.
A lot of mammals.
Heavily favored towards male homosexuality.
Sure,
is way more rampant.
But I'm saying that the path, because we evolved into that, there's some sort of evolutionary trigger that makes that important or useful in some way, and maybe the pathways from male to male.
I don't know why you're calling the gays rampant. Is so funny to me.
That is really funny.
Here and they're making everybody gay.
They're sucking cock. They're fucking rampant gays.
Dude, I wish there was any demographic that I was a part of that people were calling rampant. That's like so testosterone filled of a word.
Rampant homosexuality. That someone needs to make that.
I think you're right, though. I think you're right. It's definitely more prevalent. For sure, 100%.
Well, because we don't kill them. We don't kill them anymore. That's why.
Okay, that's a factor. That's a factor.
That's true.
But maybe
that is true.
Maybe in some metrics it's like almost useful to a degree because like we've bred in a lot of traits that are not by themselves good. Like we have bred in psychopathy to humans because it's useful for a very small number of people to be psychopaths because they can make decisions for large groups of people or corporations. A lot of CEOs are psychopaths without the emotional aspect, infringing on their decision making.
So Hamsy's here today.
Food for thought.
Dude, yeah, Hamsy would love this conversation.
I mean, I feel like you could make the argument that we're just not done breeding out psychopathy. Like it's something that
we've had
enters
a couple
and leaves.
100,000 years.
I don't know. I mean, sure. I guess antisocial behavior and psychopathy is always going to be a fringe part of a spectrum.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying it's useful for a leader to be sometimes kind of a psychopath. It's not good. I'm not saying it's morally right. I'm saying it is effective on ensuring the survival.
Yeah,
of the
I mean, I would say most leaders are probably not psychopaths. Almost all of them.
No, but it's people in high positions of power tend to have a lot. I know what you're saying. They have psychopathy.
Yeah, maybe. I see the vision there. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds true. Is I guess where I'm at with that.
I'll take that.
Like, because I don't actually know if that's true, but it definitely sounds true and fits.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a CEO who is like, I'm not going to fire them even though they suck because it might hurt their feelings. You're like, that's not a good way to run a company, Yeah. They might have a wife and 10 kids that are going to be homeless, but a psychopath's like, yeah, get out of here.
I think what Nine Range said is on the head. It's definitely a spectrum, because like you have the tendencies and you have like someone who's actually a psychopath. I mean, there's a lot of nuance in there, I think.
So actually, definitionally, I think if they were that useful, we just wouldn't call them psychopaths. They would just be, because we made up the word psychopath to define a group of people that are too far out there that it's not useful, it's only bad, and we should put them away somewhere.
Yeah. It's also too, I feel like in those positions of power, people like they'll kind of downplay the psychoness of somebody. That guy's just a hard ass when really he's kind of a fucking psycho. Yeah, depending on what it is. So there's a lot of nuance for sure. But for good reason. It's like Tasty said, like, yeah, if you can't sometimes you gotta be that way, especially if you're like running whatever business it may be.
Do we know if there's because I remember hearing all kinds of, I don't know, whether I was watching a nature documentary or it was actually part of a political discourse or whatever. There was a lot of, I've heard often that there's homosexual like frogs and amphibians and mammals and whatever in the animal kingdom.
Alex Jones was right.
Well, and they're almost always male that I can remember. Are there this is what I'm assuming, because homosexual animals?
Usually I think the leading theory is that homosexuality is a form of population control in a lot of species.
Yeah, sure. I've heard that.
Like a male frog can get 100 female frogs pregnant. Yep. They are the disseminators, quite literally, of semen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm wondering. I've never heard that talked about in regards to female homosexuality. I've never, ever heard anyone say this population doesn't have enough. There's too much female competition, so they're going to switch. I've never, because there's not like competition amongst females the way there is among males.
I would say there's a similar amount. It probably just presents differently in a way that makes homosexuality less important for like competition or population control or something. I'm making all this up. I'm not a scientist. Just so we're clear.
You know, the big like title for this podcast is going to be "It Feels True."
No. We should title this podcast "It Feels Kind of Gay." That's what we should.
That's gonna. We've already. I think we've done that. I think
I
think that's already been the title. I think one of the podcasts we did when there was only like 3. It was me, Hamzy, and Krylax. Was this podcast is kind of gay? I'm pretty sure that's
that did happen.
That was definitely,
you know, it's a little gay. We're talking about, you know, we talk about things we don't actually know anything about, but that's like 95% of podcasts.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's 95% of my life, dude.
I'm on a horse dewormer right now. Fucking ivermectin.
Hell yeah, dude. Right on. Is that what that's used for?
Yeah, horse dewormer.
Yep.
Oh. I want to pivot us into this other topic that I had here is, which I think is interesting, is that TSA is no longer requiring people to remove their shoes for the security, which I think is kind of massive, bro. I fucking hate taking my fucking shoes off that dirty ass airport.
Actually,
I can't believe it took this long.
I have TSA pre-check, and I really want to feel better than the people who have to take their shoes off, but now I can't anymore. All I get is a shorter line, which is nice, I guess. But I've used the pre-check before, and one time I tried to use it and I fucked it up and I started taking my shoes off and I was really pissed. But I think it's been a long time since I've used that. Well, you get 5 years, I think. It's like $12 a year. It's $1 a month for pre-check. It's pretty worth it if you fly like a decent amount.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't fly that much. Probably a few times a year, if that.
I can't believe it took them this long to be like, nah, fuck it. No one's putting bombs in shoes. Just go for it.
My favorite fact about TSA is never once have they actually caught a terrorist ever.
Right. Ever. Yep.
I don't think they've done anything besides make me throw out 2 of my
Right.
Nalgees.
This is the most bureaucratic red tape bullshit thing that maybe
back to 9/11, they won. They won because they made us live in fear and have TSA, which hasn't done anything, dude. They don't do shit.
I mean, imagine knowing that you're a TSA worker and that your entire industry is absolute horseshit.
A scam that exists to make life worse for everyone. I mean, government positions.
I'm not dogging the people who do it because they're getting paid to do it. Yeah. But, you gotta, when it's like the airport's quiet, and you can just hear the hum of the AC and you're staring off in the distance at like 4 a.m. You got to be like, what the fuck, man? Why
is there
a
less happy population of people than those who work at airports? I've never seen less happy people in my life.
Atlanta TSA agents are the most unhappiest pieces of shit I've ever seen.
Come on, guys, single file line. They're fucking crazy at that place, bro. I'm like, whoa, shit, I'm fucking hell, bro. Okay,
I would be pissed too. Do you see how many people go through there on every hour? I'd be fucking mad too. I don't know.
Dude,
I've never worked there.
Laptops out or we're gonna kill you. Laptops out. We're gonna murder you in the back.
I was just gonna say the laptops out guy is always so fucking mad. Like he can't believe he has to say it one more time. And I'm like, dude, you're not. These are different people, fuckhead. Like they didn't hear you. Well, I was in an Uber and he's screaming at me, dude. Laptops out guy needs to fucking cool it.
Do you think
the last time I flew, dude, the laptops out guy fucking went ballistic on it. Like he actually started demeaning some poor lady in front of me, dude. He's like, laptops out. I just said it. You have to go back. Take your laptop out. I can't believe I have to repeat myself, like verbatim. And that's what I said. And in my mind, I'm not kidding. I was like, you can't believe you have to repeat yourself.
You're
like,
right.
Do you stay at once at the start of your shift and never again for 8 hours? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Saying I can't believe I have to repeat myself when your job is to stand there and repeat yourself is a
repeat yourself.
fucking
Yeah,
crazy
so
take.
the funny thing
I
is-
almost started laughing. I was like,
Oh,
dude.
I have a good story about that. Is because the guy said he's screaming "laptops out," and I keep my tablet in there. It's not a laptop, and he's like, "I said laptops out." I was like, "It's a tablet," and he goes, "You," like he was like.
He wanted to say it's okay,
He was
dude.
doing this, and and he was like, "Just take it out." And and then he goes back, "Laptops out and tablets, and tablets."
He pulls out his
You just made
walkie-talkie.
his job.
He's like, put a fucking bomb in that guy's shit. Fuck that guy.
Dude, you actually just made his job twice as complicated. He has to say laptops and fucking tablets out for the rest of the day.
He can't handle that, man.
Yeah,
That's too
dude.
much for him. That's not
Oh,
cool.
God.
Dude.
Yeah, you know what's too is they took my fucking. That's why they took my facial moisturizer, bro. That's the last time they hit me. Was they took me for literally this?
I had-
fucking just a thing of
Dude, I
facial
had-
moisturizer.
I had some black brother take my sunscreen, which was like 90% empty. There was like a dribble at the bottom, and he pulled it out and he looked at me. And I was like, "Don't do this to me, man. It's summer, bro. I need that." And he was like, he shook it, and I was like, "It's empty." And he's like, "I can't tell unless I open it, and I'm not allowed to open it." And I was like, "Dude, please." And he just threw it in the
my
trash can. I was like,
God.
"You
Just looked you in the
bastard.
face,
You don't
dude.
understand."
Well, let me ask you guys,
rough.
what's the worst thing they've taken from you? Like I have mine. Like it's
Dude, my
right.
innocence, man. I got molested by a TSA agent.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was one.
Remember
That was for
that?
one of our trips. I remember you talking
That
about
was-
in the chat.
Yeah,
they fucking
that
they
was
groped you
going
up,
to,
bro.
going to Tennessee, dude. I don't know how I tripped the fucking metal detector, but it was this like older Asian guy who, like, I felt bad for him. He looked so fucking uncomfortable having to do this because I was wearing my sweatpants that were like kind of tight, like the little dick print coming out a little bit, just a
Yeah.
tiny bit. I was just traveling.
Ooh.
And he goes, "Okay, I'm going to have to pat you down in sensitive areas. Is it okay if I use the back of my hands?" And I was like, "Dude, you could grab my cock. Just let me get to the plane." Like, I do not. And he looked away and like
Oh, no.
backhand patted my wiener. Like he was
Oh,
looking up like
no.
this.
That's that
Fucking
guy's
Bin
worst
Laden
nightmare.
is
And
up in...
I wanted to apologize to him. I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry."
Dude,
Like,
Bin Laden is up there with his 40 virgins just cackling as this old Asian
right?
man pats your cock.
He
Like,
fucking
dude, we got
won,
him.
dude.
We fucking got him
I had to
so
take
good.
my shoes off. He patted my butt too,
Oh,
backhand
my
as well.
God.
And it was like he like went around
That
and
could
like
be your
did, like,
tweet today,
this
bro.
action, dude.
The terrorist actually won. TSA exists or something along the lines of that.
I can't believe
That's
they
not
thought...
even a joke. That's just true.
Yeah, it's kind of factual.
I actually can't believe that they thought that releasing the you don't have to take your shoes off like thing was going to detract from the whole Epstein announcement. Like they thought that was going to hide it. They're like,
Here
okay,
we
tell
go.
them about Epstein, but also no shoes at TSA. And everyone's like,
Yeah, no more
holy
shoes.
shit, dude.
We
Did you hear
wouldn't
about
have
Epstein?
to
No, I
invading
didn't even-
Iran today,
I feel
would we?
I do feel like the lowest point going through TSA is when your stupid ass is standing in that fucking tube with your shoes off and you're just staring to the fucking.
Oh yeah, that little tube, dude.
I just work
Yeah,
on my
they've-
lat flare, you know? I'm just like, really just like popping it out. Yeah.
He's like hitting the fucking front double bicep
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
tube. He's-
Yeah.
I look at the little blue guys standing in front of me. I'm like, pussy. You know?
I feel like that's been my
the
worst.
outline
And then,
of
of
the human,
course,
how you're supposed to
Yeah,
stand.
yeah.
That blue guy.
Yeah, that guy.
it is. But you're you're so right. I feel like none of them ever look happy. And, you know, this, like, I really feel like TSA is, I don't know. It's like
there was
this,
one
it's like this, there's this gap, right, between like security guards and like real police officers. And I feel like somewhere in the middle is TSA. Like
Yeah.
there's
They almost feel
somewhere.
below security guards to me. 'cause
Yeah, for
security guards
sure.
do
Really?
something.
Oh,
you
That's
know?
true. That's
yeah.
kind of fair. And so
I mean,
Maybe
unless
in
you-
terms of like you like authority, it's probably above a security guard because what are they
Yeah.
going to trespass you from Claire's? Like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
TSA agent can get you arrested.
Yeah,
That can
yeah,
happen.
dude. That's what I was about to say. They can get you arrested, or they can decide whether or not you go forward to get on your plane,
Yeah.
or deter
But
you, or to put you in
I'm
like a holding
pretty sure
place.
they can legally detain you since they
I
are
will-
federal. They're a federal officer, and but I feel like
Really?
their only jurisdiction.
That's a
they are. Yeah,
terrifying
they
thought.
are. I mean, they are Fed essentially. I mean, they're getting
Really?
paid by the Fed.
Technically,
They
they're
are
federal,
a federal
officers.
employee.
No,
Oh,
They're
they're
a
not
federal
officers, are they?
employee,
Look.
but
I thought they were agents. I
I'm
thought that
pretty
was a
sure the
different
dude
distinction.
sitting there, like, okay, there are some of them that have a different uniform, and that check you out, like customs, for example, if you're going through immigration or anything like
Customs
that.
officers are different. I think
So
customs
what I
officers
said was
are
right. They
definitely
can
like real police.
legally detain you, but obviously they can't arrest you. So they have detained. They can detain you in the airport.
Yeah, but
until
can they
the
catch
real
me?
cop.
You know,
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, bro. Like they can.
No,
they,
I
I've
travel
seen
in
it.
sneakers.
they can.
You've seen TSA tackle someone?
I've seen
Yeah.
plenty of videos.
I mean, yeah, no,
of
they can
people-
physically detain you. They can give you a temporary detention, but they obviously cannot arrest you. So they're not actually a
Interesting.
federal officer, but like they are a Fed because they're paid. I mean, they're billed by the
Okay.
Fed. Like that's who pays them.
I think
Which is
the
why a
one-
lot of them have the job because they actually like they don't get paid like great. Like they're not getting
I
paid.
bet they get a
They
lot
don't
of
get paid
benefits.
bad. Like they got
That's
they got
government
federal
employee.
benefits and like the pay's not terrible.
They definitely have my dad works for Jagex Energy, where it's like, you're not really important, but
You
you,
better be
can
nice.
call someone important right now.
I could get a real cop down here. If you
Dude,
want.
let me tell
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the best job in the world is the airport police. Like, if you want to, like, the chill police job is airport police because they really don't do shit. Now, obviously, if it's one of those jobs where, like, your life is easy unless you work at that airport where something happens. And then
I
I
you're
feel like
gonna
if
fucking
something's going to happen
yeah.
at an airport, like,
yeah, which is like, it's one of those
big
jobs where
usually.
if
Yeah.
you're more like 99%, it's going to be a very chill job. Like, you have to throw a couple people off a plane. That's like probably the height of your experience. Is like, or like you have to arrest somebody who, I don't know, tried to check
Dude.
a fucking gun through because they forgot to take it out of their bag or something. You
I
gotta
will-
fucking, you know.
do you just get straight up arrested if that happens?
I get talked
it
to.
depe- it
You
de-
get talked to.
It depends. It
Yeah.
depends. They'll
Yeah,
probably
someone's gonna say something to you
Yeah.
for sure.
You get
Yeah.
a stern man.
So
coming
my
at you.
uncle, he tried to go through TSA with a gun in his bag. Like he had just completely forgot it was in there, and they just fined him. Like they gave him a big fine. Like he had to pay a
Damn.
fat fine for it.
That sucks.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
not the worst thing, dude. The TSA job that I want is the guy who sits at the exit. You know, when you get off the plane and it's the terminal exit back into like the main airport where everyone can go, and he just sits there and watches you go past.
Yeah,
Plays
no.
RuneScape.
I would play RuneScape.
Listens to the
100%.
Base After Dark podcast.
The worst
He's
has gotta
freaking
be-
out
If
right
that's
now.
you, dude, shout the hell
Yeah.
out. That's
He's
sick,
like, holy
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
The worst has got to be the security people. Like that's got to be. That's where they put the new people, right? Like, surely that's where a
They
laptop
all
guy
look
is.
new.
Like, they
You know?
don't or they do.
They all
They
look like
do.
they've been doing that since its inception, and they're pissed
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, really? I don't know.
That's the
I'm-
vibe that I. Maybe
I'm
my
imagining a
airport's
very different
though.
phenotype.
I feel like that
Like-
would be like the higher that's like where you want to work towards, like the people working like the metal detector and checking people in. That's like where you start off, and then like when you've worked there for a little bit, they're like, all right, you get the easy job now. You get some tenure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Yeah, we're on the same page. I meant,
Yeah.
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 But
Definitely.
that's the
they
thing is a lot of
start you.
times, a lot of times, laptop guy is like some 52-year-old man who sounds like he's trying to be my father or something. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
but he's new on the job. Like he's had a lot of jobs in his life
Yeah.
and ended up
well,
here.
he's
True.
for sure like recently divorced. Like,
Yep.
there's no way he's not.
Yeah.
that's fair.
It's like, all right,
Yeah,
Martin.
she found pictures on his laptop, and so every time he says it, he's like, ah.
Looking at your resume here, Martin, your last job was a cash for gold spinning sign guy. And he's like, can you
Yeah.
yell? He's
Cash
like,
for gold
I
spinning
can
sign.
yell. I can yell all day. It's like, all right, that's what you're gonna do, pussy. Go out there and
Yeah.
yell at people.
Cash for gold spinning sign.
Dude,
guy.
you know it's funny too. Like you said, TSA pre-check. Every time I've ever gone through that shit and I'm standing there with the shoes off, I always tell myself, I'm like, I need to get fucking this. I fucking hate this. I'm gonna get TSA pre, and then I never get.
No, it's worth it. It's really easy. All you have to do is for some reason go to a Best Buy. That's where
Yeah,
they're all.
I-
Okay,
Well,
dude, all the TSA people are in Best Buys or
Huh.
like. Yeah, there's no office for it. You just have to go to some random worker who's assigned to a Best Buy, and
That's
you just
so
go in there and
weird.
they take all of your fingerprints, and then you're good to go. And you can't have
That's
any
so
felonies.
I
weird.
You
had
can't
it
pre-check
back when I
felonies.
was like much younger. Like I had it because you said what is it, like it lasts for a few years. I
That's
did
like
have it
5 years.
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had it for a while, and then one time I fucked it up because I checked something wrong and made me still go through the regular security, and I was pissed. But I mean, yeah, I would say on average fly like I don't know 4 to 6 times a year, nothing crazy. So I
That
don't know.
justifies it, honestly. That's like $1 per flight, dude.
Yeah, I might have to get it. But actually, no, maybe not, because I don't take my fucking shoes off anymore. Because that's my only gripe with. That's always been my only gripe. That's why I put that in there. Because like that's one thing that annoys me. Is I gotta take my shoes off.
The one thing that's really nice is if you're like horrendously white like me, I like to get to the airport super early, and the TSA pre-check line is like, 10% of the normal line sometimes. So that way I can get to my gate earlier and be anxious for longer at my gate.
I was gonna say, do you do like the dad who gets there like 4 hours early just for no fucking reason? That's how you are at the airport?
I'm a hardcore airport dad. I take all the passports. I walk way faster than everyone else I'm with for some reason. Like I'm fucking booking it, dude.
My normal walking speed is airport speed. So if you catch me in an airport, I'm fucking cruising.
You're just full on running. You're just jogging through the airport. I am
permanently sweating at the airport.
Dude, if I saw someone jog at an airport, usually you assume they're like late to a flight. If I saw you jog and then just sit down in the fucking gate, I would be so pissed, dude. That would.
I just squeeze into the coffee line a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, you just go to the Starbucks line a little earlier.
Yeah. The only person I beat there is you, and you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" You just.
I was gonna say, also we have the reason here too. They are doing this now because they have upgraded the scanners that would spot the thread without the hassle.
Thank God it took 20
they've
years.
done nothing to those scanners.
Yeah, they're just saying that's a bluff. I immediately
they're
agree.
They're going to replace all of those scanners with
shoe guy
ones.
Is just because there's usually shoe guy too. Shoes off, that guy.
Yeah,
he's just sick
shoe
of
guy
it, bro.
has a way better time than.
I'm gonna start taking. I'm gonna keep taking my shoes off just to piss him off. Hey, what do I do with these? Hey, where do I put these? Do I need a new bin?
Take your shoes off and act like you don't speak English, and then film it the entire time.
I'm gonna get a new bin and put my shoes in it, and they're just gonna fucking lose it.
Bro, you know how many people are gonna still take their shoes off now because they're not gonna see that news? That they're just gonna go to the airport and be like, all right, taking off your shoes, and then there's gonna only be like 10% of people taking off their shoes. They're gonna be looking around being like, why is someone else taking off their shoes?
Yeah,
they're gonna have to fire all the shoes off guys. They're not.
There's gonna be a shoes on guy now for a little bit. There's gonna be a shoes on. Guys, keep your shoes on, guys.
Oh my God,
we're keeping you on for another 2 months to let people know to keep their shoes on. Then you're gonna be let go.
Oh my God, I just got this like horrible sense of existential dread, dude. Nothing gives me the like. What would you call that? That like or dystopian fucking melancholy as much as the knowledge that there's now going to be a shoes on guy who just yells, keep your shoes on me now with more pointless bullshit. Oh my God.
It's idiocracy.
I'm not going to lie, dude. I feel like when I'm waiting in that security line, I'm at like my peak, like opportunity to like actually kill somebody, like actually attack somebody. I feel like that's where I'm like, I'm like fully situationally aware.
Home. That's the worst you should ever be in your life, unless you suffer from clinical depression. In which case, that's fair.
Someone tries to talk to me, like I'll respond, but like I'm gonna probably look just so dead inside. Like I'm gonna really just. They're never gonna want to talk to me again after that, probably. Not because I'm gonna be mean, just because they're gonna see the look in my eyes and know
that's gonna make them feel bad.
They're gonna feel bad.
I don't know.
They're like, someone's actually having a worse day than me. That's crazy.
I feel like now that I've done some like solo traveling to the airport by myself, I don't feel like as full of as anxiety as I used to. Like when I would go with my girlfriend's family, they were absolute about like getting to the airport early and putting a lot of emphasis.
The family was?
Yeah, their family. Their family made me like really fucking.
Some people are
nervous about that shit.
Pretty rough to travel with.
Yeah, now that I don't have to deal with that anymore, it's pretty fucking. I enjoy it.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like the first few times you ever go to an airport and you travel, you are very like anxious, and that kind of overshadows everything else. And once you get used to that routine, then you dread the routine. Then you're like, you know, then you kind of sick of it.
I don't know. Sure. I must be like
I used to be. I was just say I used to be a nervous flyer when I was younger. Like flying scared the fuck out of me. Turbulence. Now I'm a nervous airporter. I'm fine with flying. I hate going to the airport because I'm like, what kind of bullshit am I gonna get into today? You know what I mean?
I'm like I get there usually 2 hours. I'm like 2 hours, hour and a half probably. Usually aim for 2 hours. Usually it's like I'm there like an hour and a half early. Like,
have you seen Airport Theory?
What's that?
Airport Theory is this new trend on social media. I've seen a lot of people testing it where you need significantly less time at the airport than you ever think. So people will go, they'll leave their house like with a 15-minute drive to the airport 30 minutes before they board. So they'll have 15 minutes to like park, go through security,
It's like a
every
sport.
single person I've seen has made it.
No,
Because
I
they board
believe it.
also for a while. You board for like 20, 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And so if you
They
put that
usually
into
they take their
account, like, you're
sweet
fine.
ass time boarding them planes, bro. It's like
Yeah.
A is clearly gone in, and they're like, they're just sitting there, just chilling, and then they're like 10 minutes later, like, all right, time for B group. Like, it
Dude,
takes
they
sometimes it
monetize
takes-
that shit for sure. It's completely monetized because you have to pay extra to get on the plane first a lot of the time. So like, how they're like,
Usually,
That
yeah.
is true, yeah.
How can we
That's
make
that
people
sweet overhead space, baby.
pay for waiting? How can we make people pay to wait longer?
You get to
Dude,
wait sitting
those-
down in a
dude,
different
wait less.
place.
You know
Excuse me.
why I love Southwest? Well, mainly I love Southwest because it's pretty cheap, it's decent, and they fly direct to a lot of places from Nashville. But I also love it because they have you gotta get on the app, but when it's 24 hours and
Mhm.
try and get the quickest seat. It's
Fight
like
for
it's
the
like a
seats.
fun.
Oh.
It's like a fun little game. Yeah. Like that way you
Yeah.
get on the plane quicker. Kind of fun.
Yeah, I
And
always
if you
forget to do
forget,
that.
you're cooked. Like if you even try like 2 hours after that, C group, you're fucking cooked.
Yeah.
I fly
You're fine. You're a
Delta.
middle
and-
seat too in the
so
back.
they're
of the
actually
plane.
getting rid of that soon.
Southwest.
Southwest is going to be doing assigned seating now.
Yep.
So
I
sad.
talked to unless this guy's just fucking talking out of his ass, but one of the Southwest guys, I asked him about it at the airport like 3 weeks ago when I flew Southwest.
I think
And
I
he
read
was
about
like,
that.
he was
I
like,
think
yeah, we're
that's
getting
right.
rid of that. We're going to be doing assigned seating soon.
They're like if Delta's not available, that's always my next choice. There's solid like median, like it's fine. You're not gonna die. You can pack in for a couple hours, get it over with. Not that bad. I fuck with Southwest.
Well,
They also have high noon for some reason, so shout out to them.
well,
Took a few of those.
topical segue here. Old school RuneScape is at its height in popularity, and I definitely want to say
Dude,
that
we completely forgot to talk about that, didn't we? Holy shit!
I want to say that like a lot of old head WoW streamers have been coming and playing the game and streaming it, and there's been a lot of notoriety again on RuneScape. And I want to ask y'all, as you know, as content creators, streamers, like, have y'all seen a residual from like the record breaking
Nope.
people playing Runes? Okay,
Dude, on
I'd say yes for
Behemoth,
us. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, for
Behemoth has
Behemoth, I
been
was-
blowing up recently
say for
because of
Behemoth, yes.
all the new the WoW people coming over.
Yeah.
Dude, and
It's-
like I've played a bunch of CS:GO recently, and my name is RuneScape Enjoyer, and probably like 70% of my games, someone will say like, "Oh, dude, RuneScape, like that's what all the streamers are playing right now," and I'm like, "That is, dude. Yeah, you're right."
I think for Behemoth, there's 100% been a positive translation. I don't think it's like massive, but it's definitely a boost because Behemoth is definitely like it's digestible for your more casual, people who don't play RuneScape as much as like we do. So like
Yeah.
it makes sense that they're kind of congregating to that. Like they're seeing that and like, oh, this is a digestible way to keep up with clips and like, news, Reddit suggestions, all that good stuff. So like that makes sense. I think if you're streaming, it also has had a small residual effect because at the end of the day, if those people who are watching those WoW streamers, if they're really bought into RuneScape, after their streamer goes unlive, they're going to go sniff around, go see what's out there, go see who else is
Mhm.
streaming this game possibly,
I've
and
had
they
a good
might
few
find
people
you.
come in from that.
Yeah, then they might find you. So I think for streaming that, I don't think for RuneScape YouTube, especially if you're doing like long progressional stuff, it's really going to do too much just because like that kind of content's not going to be catered for a new player really. Like that's for
Yep.
someone who kind of understands the game a bit more probably. But definitely for Behemoth though, 100%. I agree with Taste here. Like our views have definitely been up, which is, hey, come on over guys.
We'll take it.
Let's get some
We'll
more
take
of
it.
you, you know?
A rising tide raises all boats. That's what they say.
Yeah.
well,
We're all for it, obviously.
I say that because Soda Poppin has been putting out multiple videos daily from his streams of playing old school, and some of his videos has been him reacting to Swampletics and he's sitting there watching and he doesn't even know what half of the shit's going on. And so it's like it's interesting in watching him learn the game through like a YouTube series as prolific as Settled Swampletics.
Dude, let him react to Charles, bro. I feel like he'll respond better.
Bro, right? I feel like maybe not even though he
Send him
wouldn't
Charles.
he wouldn't know what a
Who's
blood valve
Charles?
is. You don't know who Charles is?
No,
I don't know.
My
Who's
my
Charles?
last video, which was actually
Oh,
I
that
definitely took
video.
Oh, you're
yeah.
yeah, I know you're
I thought you were talking
about.
about a real YouTuber. I was
the
like,
live
is he
the
coming up
life
with
of
it?
a
Who the fuck is
casual
Charles?
RuneScape player.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
9 Rain and sent me a POV of Saint Tits and said this goes hard.
Yeah, dude. That. Yeah, that was
Thank you for that.
dope. Yeah.
That gave me a laugh.
9 Rain, did you not like the League of Legends part?
No, I did. Yeah, the fucking.
You wanna
What were you?
you wanna know a fun
Was
fact?
it Shaco?
Yeah, that was
what?
that was one take. I hopped in my first game, entered twice, and then rage quit for the footage.
That's does not
One take,
dude.
one take,
That's
baby.
the
I'm so
average
good at
ranked
it.
game experience. That's
Well, it was
pretty-
my all. It was a swift play. It wasn't ranked.
yeah. Well,
That was literally the last comment I got on that video, Saint Tits, is someone said, they said, mad about the gay event and then hops on the gayest game of all time.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's a good comment.
that's funny.
That's good.
That's
This
about
is
right.
pretty good. Pretty solid. But no, dude, I'm honestly stoked about all the. I hope they stay. I feel like a lot of them will because they're probably seeing if they're actually enjoying the game and they're seeing that their performance as like a streamer, YouTuber, whatever is also going up. Why not stay? You know, if you actually enjoy the game, why not stay?
I bet everyone who watched them, who used to play RuneScape, now has gone back.
Yep.
That specific demographic, if they like used to play or kind of had casually, and now they're WoW streamers playing it, 100% of them logged in again.
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting tidbit actually, as because WoW is the biggest MMO of all. It probably still is the biggest MMO.
I'm pretty sure
But-
Final Fantasy 14.
It might at this point
Western.
be bigger, but
Western
Western.
MMO,
Let's talk Western.
like for
Western MMO,
English
absolutely.
speaking,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe WoW's. I don't know the numbers on that,
But
Asians.
the
Just
fun
cheat code.
fact is, there are 2 times in World of Warcraft history where it has been considered to be just the absolute worst expansion of all time, like kill the game level pretty bad.
Are we there
The
now?
first was Warlords of Draenor, which saw like that's when I quit. First of all, it saw such a mass exodus of players from WoW that Final Fantasy 14 almost doubled its player base because everybody left WoW.
Interesting.
Oh
And
my
the second
God.
time is now.
Ooh.
And so everybody is probably coming over to RuneScape because that's just like no one wants to play WoW anymore. Like
Bring
they
'em
re-released
home.
vanilla. Yeah, they did vanilla, and then they got through all the good expansions again, and nobody fucking, they're not gonna do it a third time. That's insane. Like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Are they
Clip
not
it.
doing what old school's doing? Are they not like doing new vanilla expansions? Are they not doing that? Or
No, they're re-releasing the same game. There's no differences.
That's
It's
crazy.
the same exact game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's
It's
insane.
Oh,
the
that's-
same thing.
That's
And
a
it was
Blizzard.
bigger
That's a
than
Blizzard for
retail
sure.
WoW up until now when they got to the shitty. I guess they've stopped doing it because no one wants to play fucking, what is it, Cataclysm,
Dude.
whatever's next. I don't even know.
How crazy is your life in gaming that you were getting fucked at 17, that 20 years later you get fucked at 37 by the same company doing the same shit?
Yeah, it's
It's-
pretty
Dude.
insane, dude.
You say
Blizzard
that,
is
but they're
not
about
a
to
good
they're about to
company, though.
release Sailing, bro. It's about to happen to us. No,
I-
I'm just kidding.
Brother, what the hell?
Okay, wait. How is everyone feeling about? I'm assuming y'all talked about it last pod.
We
No.
talked a little bit about sailing.
A little bit.
We
I
didn't
don't
talk
think
about it a
we
lot.
talked
We
about
haven't
it.
really gone a deep dive, though.
I think me and Tasty are on the same vein of like, it's like we're kind of in the. I don't like hate it, but I don't love it. I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
I just don't really care. You know,
That's-
like
that's-
I'm
yeah,
totally
that too.
fine with it coming into the game, and I genuinely think there's going to be a lot of fun stuff that comes in with it. But like, I'm not necessarily confident that the skill's going to be particularly good.
Yeah.
But like, worst case, even if it's not fucking good, that's really not going to affect the game that much.
They can just change
Like,
it
it's
too.
not going to be.
They can make amendments to it as well as time goes on.
Yeah, and
That's-
like
that's the
I-
thing,
I
too,
talked about
is-
this on. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like that's the main thing is people are very concerned about sailing, and I get it. I am too. But there's also a part of me that there's a part of me that doesn't care. Like what Taze is saying, it's not because he doesn't care about the game, just because he knows probably that they can make a lot of changes. Like I would say, RuneScape, especially Jagex, they're very good at changing stuff when it clearly needs to be changed. I'll say it's one of the best things they do. They,
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of stuff is like them, like, yeah, they make mistakes. They're not perfect, but pretty much 99% of the time, they will change stuff for the better. Even if it's shit that's been in the game forever, which we've seen that. Like, they're not scared to go back and make Fasani's Nightmare better. Go back and make make it to where you can hit a fucking gargoyle with a halberd that's flying. Like, like they'll go back and make stuff better, regardless of what it is. So like that gives me some confidence, but also, yeah, like at the core though, I'm just like, I don't know. Like I played it and like I'm with him. Like some of it seems fun. Some of it's like, do we need this? Probably not, but they can always change that. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, most skills are pretty fucking boring, to be fair. So like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean, I've been in the
expecting
fucking mines for months. So.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Why?
Me too.
Just
For
no.
years.
I mean, just like
Goddamn
it's
right,
my
Charles.
current AFK thing. If I'm ever doing something on my PC,
Okay.
I'm just mining.
That's
So-
me
Yeah.
too, bro. We're at 33.8 million mining XP, guys. This is
Yeah,
pretty
PJ
good.
and I
I'm-
ran into
I'm
each other like 3 days
23
ago.
fishing.
Yeah, T Papa just got the mining pet. Seth, aren't you excited for him? Isn't that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was one of the worst days of my life. So Monday, right? Monday, I knew I couldn't stream yesterday because I had an obligation. I had something I had to do, and I knew I couldn't stream Tuesday. So Monday, I was gonna go live. I wake up and there's been like not really even a big storm, but that my internet service provider it's not down. It's just like I have like 3 upload. It's just cooked. And I'm messaging them and they're like, yeah, we're having issues in the area. Like we're having like a down, and I'm just sitting around waiting to see if they're going to fix it. And then I just, I'm like, I guess I'll open up Twitter. And first thing I see is T-Pop gets the mining pet. I'm just like, this is the worst
Classic.
day.
It's a
ever,
rough
bro.
day, man.
Fuck this. And then I went to the gym and then just went to sleep. Sad Monday. But, yeah. One day, though, I'm hoping it happens on the podcast. That's what I'm hoping. I hope I get the pet on the podcast. Because Hamzy got Beaver last podcast, which was kind of crazy.
You did.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Did you get Beaver?
How do you feel about sailing though, Nine Man? We kind of gave our takes.
I mean, I didn't play it.
We're definitely fence sitting. We're definitely fence sitting. I'm not gonna
I
lie,
didn't
but
pl-
like it's fair. It's fair.
I'm fence sitting because I don't want to go to either side. Like if they don't look good.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah.
God, dude, sailing haters. Like I get you're upset. They're the most insufferable people.
They
on the
need to
planet,
fucking.
dude. They
I
cannot-
seriously.
They need to
it's-
chill the hell out, dude.
Like
Yeah.
usually I'm on the like. Not on the side of, but normally I can empathize or sympathize with the people who are mad at Jagex for one thing, or like who are a bit on the outskirts and they're just like, we want to be able to state our opinions and blah, blah, blah. The sailing people, you guys are making a fucking joke of whatever point you're trying to make with your terrible ass attitudes. It's so dumb.
Hard
It's
agree.
serious, like middle school temper tantrum, schoolyard bullshit, and it's
They need some
really
fucking
annoying.
self-control is what
Because-
they need.
because
Like,
I-
I've never seen
Look,
less constructive criticism.
And
in my
here's the
life.
reason why. I think sailing deserves a lot of constructive criticism, like a lot of criticism. I think it looks weird and clunky, and it's obviously not hitting right with a decent part of the community, and everyone's going, what the fuck? But that gets drowned out by these fucking losers who are losing
And it makes
their
Jagex completely.
shit.
It makes him completely unwilling to engage with people who might have good constructive criticism, who are on
Right,
the
that's
side.
exactly so.
Because
Dude,
that's the thing is people are wondering like, why isn't Jagex responding? It's because you're fucking threatening to fucking
Dude,
kill. Well, no, they're not actually doing that. They're like,
You're
it's
animals.
because you're
Most of you are
personally-
fucking
you're
animals
personally-
that
Yeah.
need to be
You're
locked in a
personally
cage.
attacking.
I've seen what you guys say to Mod Light on Twitter. I wouldn't want to talk to you either. Like, like
So Jagex seems dead set on bringing this to the game. It's coming. There may be a delay because a lot of people really don't want this, or they've come up with the idea of repolling it, which I don't think Jagex is going to do anyway.
no, they're not.
Do you think when sailing is finished and released, do you think it's going to kill the game, or do you think it's going
No.
to add like hype to it?
No.
And do
I
you-
think more
It's gonna add
people
a
will
lot of new
play.
players. It's
Yeah.
gonna add a lot of
Right,
new
anyone
players.
who's played the game and hasn't touched it in 3 years is going to be like, they added a skill to RuneScape, they do that, and they're just going to log in. It's going to be great
Yeah.
for the average player.
The same thing that like summoning it or not summoning Invention did for RS3. Like that was the biggest player spike they've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It'll be huge, and as long as it doesn't affect like here's the thing with especially a game like RuneScape, like just because sailing is brought into the game, look at all the content we have now, and none of it is locked behind sailing. Like everybody, everything,
Well,
like that's another thing too, for sure.
That's something I discussed like at length on my stream, is that out of all of the options that we had for a new skill, was shamanism, taming, and sailing. Sailing is the one that is by far the most isolated. So it's definitely the lowest risk skill for them to bring in, because if they brought in
Yeah.
shamanism or taming, that affects
It would
the
fuck
entire
everything.
rest of the game experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it's
Good point,
good,
yeah.
like great, but if it were to be bad, then
Mhm.
the rest of the game gets de facto worse. With this, the rest of the game is relatively
Yeah.
untouched.
And dude, it might come out and be bad, but the good
It might,
one of
yeah.
Jagex's best things as a company, and like I'll stand on, I'll glaze them for this, is they're very good at changing things, especially when the community actually wants it. Because I do feel like there's definitely been a rising number of people who they don't hate sailing, but they don't have confidence in it, and they're like, ugh, I don't know about this, and that's definitely where I am for sure. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm like, I don't know about this, but also I see some stuff that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So like, I feel like they can definitely just hone it in if it is quote unquote bad, or like most of the player base is like, this is fucking shit. But this is, because that's the thing, is a lot of times when they release stuff, a lot of stuff is good and then there's bad. And then of course we're all gonna be like, this sucks. Take it out, change it, get rid of it, and they'll do that. So I do have faith in them for that at least.
My biggest fear with that is I 100% agree with what you said, but it feels like at this point there's so much loud negativity about sailing that even
True.
if it is good, people are just going to be stubborn and like deny that it's good.
I feel like
their
that's a Twitter and
minds are
Reddit
made
bubble,
up.
though. I feel like that's a Twitter Reddit bubble.
You're probably right about that.
Well, literally,
I will concede that.
if everyone here just in this pod right now just made a video and was like, sailing's cool and it exists in RuneScape, we would have 100 times the effect that these loud, cranky people are having.
Yeah. Well, that's another
Yeah,
thing too.
no,
is,
that's the
like-
point.
Like it would just be, the conversation would be over. I don't know.
I feel like
So-
the way they get around the loudness is obviously when it comes time to make changes, is they'll poll it. Like they'll poll it, and then we'll see. Like we'll see what's up.
Also,
'Cause
I
usually
will-
the polling is a pretty good tool. Typically,
It is
Typically.
funny that like people have been calling for the re-polling of sailing, and Jagex is just like,
The dumbest fucking thing. If you're one of those
No.
people on Twitter like repost sailing, I guarantee it won't pass. Shove it up your ass. Why the fuck would a game company who's already invested probably millions of dollars in this repoll it so it has a chance to not come out again? You're actually fucking retarded saying that. Like, it's sorry. I just see it.
I still think it would probably come close to passing at this point. Like I don't think it'd be
Yeah.
far off.
I was like, I don't know if they should repoll it or not, but I'd be interested to see the numbers for sure. Like, I would definitely. Be interested
I want
see
them to
what it's like.
re-poll it, and then it fails, and they just don't release the poll results, and then they tell
We
us that we
lost
don't have
it.
to wait.
It passed.
And,
Yeah.
and then
We
they tell
stored
us,
them with the Epstein files.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
they
was
got
gonna
burned
say.
down. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
I
on the
feel
day
like-
that they're supposed to release the poll results, they tell us we don't have to take our armor off when going to Intrana anymore, and we're like, holy shit!
Saint just definitely hit it on the head, because like I remember like when I was seeing all this stuff, I'm like, maybe should they repoll it? But I'm just like, they can't, bro. They can't. They've already put so much dev time and so much money into it. Like
Yeah.
they gotta ride with it. And I get that,
Yeah.
but I would be curious to see because I feel like I think Tasty's right. I think it would be. I feel like it would fail, but like barely. I feel
Yeah.
like
It
it would
would be
fail,
like
but barely.
2/3 probably. It'd be like 66% maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be close. It would be close, but yeah. And then the whole beta thing, people were like going crazy about the beta. It's just like, it's a beta though. Like a lot of people just don't care to try it. I feel like that's another thing too. It's 'cause, like a lot of people just don't care about this. They don't really have an opinion either way. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Like they're just kind of
that's
they
probably
just
the
wanna-
majority of people. The majority of like
Yeah.
active players, I would say.
Yeah,
Here's when Jagex is going to get their best feedback about the skill. When they release it and everyone is doing
Yeah.
it. That is
Yeah.
When that's true.
and it's going to be on release day or release week, and they're really going to figure out what they need to do next. Like that hands down, that's
Yeah.
just what's going to happen. And here's the thing. My question is like, how do you rope in this new skill since old school RuneScape has been out for what, 15 years now? Has it been 15 years?
No,
Long enough.
Or-
I don't know.
12.
Like,
12.
are they going to make some old quest require sailing and you have to go do that quest again?
No.
Nah.
They should.
Nah.
They should do that.
Absolutely not. They're not going to do that.
They should do that.
Yeah, they
no way.
won't.
yeah.
They won't though, but
I mean, I think I wouldn't even care if they did. Like I'm on the total I don't really give a fuck part of the
I'm
like,
like,
disagreement.
I feel like I'm at the point where I'm doubtful but hopeful. That's where I'm sitting right
That's
now. I'm
fair.
Doubtful but
Optimistically
hopeful.
pessimistic.
I'm
Yeah.
doubtful but hopeful. Like I don't know, you know, and it really comes down to those things that I've seen where like, oh, that sounds really cool, that sounds really fun, and then where I'm doing this other thing where I'm like, this is kind of ass. Like, do we need this? So I don't know. My hopefulness is all based around the fact that Jagex is really well at responding to feedback, especially like, you know, up front. They've also gotten a lot better at that too over time. I feel like that's been an acquired skill of Jagex. They've gotten even better at changing stuff faster. You know, a good example is Yama. Like there's so much shit fucked up with Yama, but they were quick. They changed it quick, you know? Maybe it was fucking like 20 hours here and there, but still, like they got it changed. They fixed stuff where they needed to. So, well, hopeful. I'm hopeful, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
I just really want what implications are going to be used for sailing, because surely it's not going to be travel when you have one-click teleports. I mean, it's.
I mean, 100%. If you're making a skill based on like maritime transportation, it absolutely has to have some new best in slot at like transportation options.
The sailing specific areas will probably just have to be sailed to. Like
Correct.
All the things they add with sailing, you just have to sail there.
Right. So there's that, but I also think that they are gonna like it has to interact with the rest of the game. It can't just be this weird little cake topper they put over on like the it's got to be part of the game. So you know, my guess would be that it's a little of both. There's first of all this sailing locked islands and stuff, but then I bet like getting to if I can get the Prif better or Toronto or whatever, or like have different options. I don't know. I think that's probably going to happen.
It's gonna be quite the undertaking.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, bro.
We'll see.
I'm trying to envision like how release day is gonna be, and I just see cannons. I see cannons everywhere in Valley.
There's gonna be some cannons, yeah.
Honestly, I'm down for it. I'm down for fucking drama. I'm down for it.
Behemoth is too. RuneScape related
Dude,
drama.
y'all,
That's true.
Jagex.
when
Yeah,
sailing
RuneScape
comes
related
out,
drama.
you guys are gonna make a fucking bag. You guys are gonna make a fucking bag. You and Chronicles both will make a lot of money when sailing is released.
Campu?
They make videos.
I don't know, man. That's what I hear.
And on today's episode of the Twitter Workshop, I doubt anybody has anything
Oh,
good.
shit.
You guys,
Let me look.
you guys have anything?
Dude, I don't use Twitter, man.
I really have kind of stopped using it myself, to be honest with you.
As
Besides
have
posting
I.
my videos. That's about it for the most part. You know, it's funny, I got unbanned on there, and like I just, you know, like I was hitting some doom scrolls, and I'm like, you know, this place kind of sucks.
It really does. It really
It
has
really
become
does too much.
cesspool now.
It is kind of, yeah. I don't know. It used to be like, I feel like, I don't know. We've talked about this and jerked off about it and, you know, reminisced over the glory days of RuneScape Twitter. It's so much worse now, bro. It's so
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
RuneScape
shit.
Twitter
We
was
don't
happy fun, like little peepos everywhere, and like people memeing about the new like Snowflake Iron Man, and that now it's definitely
it was
not that.
fun. And then like
Abyss
you'd have like
posted about
your
crypto, like that shit was good.
Yeah, you'd have
You
like
know, that was
your
good
niche
content.
drama on there too. Like you have like the drama between creators here and there. Like that was fun to just eat the popcorn and watch.
Yeah,
Now it's never that, bro. It's just noise. I don't know.
I have I have
angry
one
noise.
tweet that apparently I saved, and I don't even know when I did this, but I put the screenshot in topics, and it's just the chat box spamming. You haven't got anything capable of curing your disease, and I was gonna caption it. Weird. It says this every time I log in.
Is that
That's
a
pretty
herpes
good.
joke.
No, no.
I mean, I
no,
think
it's like an
that's-
I'm addicted to RuneScape joke.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Does
It
that
hit
does
me.
that land? I feel like
I
it's
didn't get it, I'm
there.
gonna be honest.
It landed with me.
It landed with me.
Okay, well, nobody laughed, so it's staying in draft for now.
Probably a smart decision.
Like if
Keep it in
if
the
you
drafts,
guys
yeah.
aren't laughing, nobody's laughing at
I
this
do
shit.
feel like it's a very, very Reddit tier joke. Like I feel like the casual player might appeal to that more than
Charles would like
Fair
it.
enough.
Charles would like that for sure.
Charles would like that joke
Yeah.
for sure. Charles would laugh at that.
My 26 minutes a day working in the mine. Oh god.
Yeah, Charles would definitely enjoy that.
Get the fuck off Twitter
Um,
in there, Charles. All right, sorry.
Does so no one has anything. It's a
I had
Look, I
a
don't think I
tweet
put
draft
anything in
about
there.
me being addicted to the horse skull racing game, but I don't.
I have.
Oh, I saw you playing that. I posted it in my Discord. I was very suspicious about that.
It's-
What is that game called? Wait,
It's
wait.
hard to pronounce.
Uma Susumami Pretty Derby, and there's an anime girl with cat ears on the front of it, or is that horse ears?
It's horse ears, and we can talk about that on today's Patreon episode.
Nice.
And the Epstein Files,
And
and,
the
Baby
Epstein
Exister, or show up, guys. Got anime girls with horse ears, and Epstein Files, and
Mecha
Iran
Hitler.
is Asian.
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.